Welcome to Move 50 Plus, in collaboration with Zoomers and Ballots, a funded project by Health Canada Research Institutes. In action, rainbow. Feet hip-width distance apart, begin to walk on the spot. Start with both hands on one side of the hip, and lift your arms in the air, reaching overhead and bring them to the opposite hip. Continue to march and allow your gaze to follow your arms. If your shoulders are sensitive, modify the height of your reach if need be. Marching with a narrow stance here. However, you may bring your feet a bit wider to help with your balance. Continue to march and continue with your overhead reach. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. In action, hip rotations. Feet hip-width distance apart, hands on your hips. Allow for a slight bend in your knees and perform hip circles in one direction. If you wish, you may close your eyes. Press your hips to the side, back, side and forward. Pause and switch directions here. Exaggerate your move. Find a nice hip bend, extension and flexion. You may close your eyes if you wish and continue here. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. And action. The mambo. Begin with feet hip-width distance apart. The mambo involves alternating steps with a rocking motion. Step forward with your right foot. Place your weight into it and keep your left foot in the same spot. Step forward with your right and step back with your right, always keeping your left foot in the same spot. Pause and switch legs here. Move your left foot forward and backwards as your right foot stays in the same spot. Shift your weight into your right foot, to your left, and to your right again. Each step should have that weight transfer. Incorporate your arms, pause, and prepare for the next exercise. In action, high knees to hamstring curl. Feet slightly wider than hip-width distance apart. Perform 4 high knees with opposite arm tap. Transition directly into 4 times hamstring curl with the same arm tap. Opposite, opposite. Same side, same side. Continue to alternate 4 times high knee with the opposite arm tap, moving into 4 times hamstring with the same arm tap. Keep your core engaged and focus on your balance. Have a wall or a chair close by. Pause and prepare for your next exercise. In action, the soldier march. With a slight bend in your knee, extend one leg out long in front. Incorporate the opposite arm and reach far ahead. Keep a strong core and engage your hip flexors to lift your leg. Extend that foot out long and incorporate that opposite arm reach too. Inhale and exhale. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. Cross body high knee. Begin with feet slightly wider than hip width distance apart. Perform a cross body high knee. Bring your knee up and towards the opposite hip. Allow your arms to move in a way that feels natural to you. You may rotate your arms towards the opposite hip. Alternate legs. Right knee up towards your left hip. Left knee up towards the opposite hip. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. In action, focused breathing. Inhale and reach overhead. Give yourself a few shoulder rolls as you prepare for our strength. In motion. 3 steps to high knee. Perform 3 high knees and hold. 3 steps to high knee and hold. Take 3 regular steps and draw your knee up towards a high knee. You may incorporate an overarm reach as well as a movement from forward to backwards. To increase your challenge, increase your march. You may do so by lifting your legs a little bit higher with each step and with each high knee. Reach those arms overhead, keep your gaze straight ahead, and prepare for your next exercise. In motion, hip extension to high knee. Starting with your feet hip width distance apart, shift your weight to your stabilizing leg as you extend the opposite leg out long behind. Your foot may lightly touch the ground, or you may choose to keep your foot hovering over the ground, extending it out long as if to touch the wall behind it. Allow for your upper body to lean forward as you lift your leg behind you, creating a straight line from your head to your extended foot. Continue to alternate sides here, and as you bring your leg back to center, perform a high knee. Extend in through center, high knee. Switching sides. Incorporate your arm as they extend out long with a light, gentle bend in your elbows. Bringing your arms back to center, palms touching. Inhale and exhale. Move with control. Prepare for your next exercise. In motion, tandem stance with overhead reach. Find yourself in a tandem stance with one foot in front of the other, the toes of your back foot touching the heel of your front foot. Reach both hands overhead. And as you lower, bend your knees into a quarter squat, reaching your arms towards your legs. If your shoulders are sensitive, rather than reaching overhead, reach your arms to shoulder height. Bend your knees into a low squat. Lower and lift. Bending your knees to a height that's comfortable to you. Keeping your balance. Staying strong. Switch sides. Bend those knees, reach your arms up overhead, extend, and lower. Quarter squat up and lower. Keep a strong posture, shoulders rolled down and away from your ears. Inhale and exhale. Pause and prepare for your next exercise. 3 steps to high knee. Begin with feet hip-width distance apart, performing 3 steps to a high knee. 1, 2, 3, high knee. 1, 2, 3, high knee. Incorporate your arms by reaching them overhead. You may also increase a forward and backwards march. 1, 2, 3 back. 1, 2, 3 forward. If your shoulders are rather sensitive, raise them to shoulder height rather than overhead. Keep your core engaged, a strong, tall posture. Reach your arms overhead and incorporate that high knee. To increase the challenge, increase the height of your march and your high knee. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. In motion, hip extension to high knee. Starting with feet hip-width distance apart, shift your weight to your stabilizing leg as you extend the opposite leg out long. Extend your arms out to the side and bring it back to center. Hinge at your hips. As you bring it all into center, incorporate a high knee. Find your balance briefly before switching sides. Move through this exercise with control. Avoid allowing momentum guide you, but rather use your strength and balance to guide this movement. Hip hinge, back to center. Hip hinge to high knee, lower to center. Engage your glutes as you extend your heel back towards the room. Engage your glute. Prepare for the next exercise. Tandem stance with overhead reach. Find yourself in a tandem stance with one foot in front of the other, the toes of your back foot touching the heel of your front foot. As you lower your arms, reach them along your legs and allow for a light bend in your knee, as if performing a quarter squat. Extend your legs and reach your arms overhead and lower. Inhale to reach, exhale to lower. Switch sides here. And continue with the same movement. Reach up overhead and lower with control. Have a chair or wall close by in the event that you need it to help stabilize yourself. Move at your own pace. Just a few more here. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. In motion, lateral cross step. With feet hip-width distance apart, take a step to one side. Bring the other leg and cross behind it. Take one more step laterally to allow your feet to meet. Step, cross, step together. Step, cross, step together. Allow your arms to move in a way that feels natural to you. Keep your gaze straight ahead. Find your rhythm. Step, cross, step together. Stepping with your right, crossing with your left, and back together. Step with your right, cross with your left, together. Step right, cross left, together. Continue here. Move at a pace that's comfortable to you. Find that coordination and find that balance. Prepare for the next exercise. In action, lateral toe taps to hip abductions. With feet hip width distance apart, bring one foot to tap the ground laterally to one side. As you bring it to the center, extend the opposite side out long. 3 taps, 1, 2, 3, to 3 lifts, 2, 3. Transition immediately from 3 taps to 3 hip abductions. You'll find yourself balancing on one leg as you lift your leg up to the side. Return to the dynamic lateral steps. Tap, 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 lift, lift, lift. Move at your own pace. Have a wall or chair close by. Just a few more here. Prepare for the next exercise. Single leg balance with neck rotation. Shift your weight to your stabilizing leg and gently allow the other leg to come to a hover or to lightly tap the ground. Slowly rotate your neck looking from left to right. Hands are long by your side to help with your balance. Look over one shoulder, allowing your gaze to follow back through center and to the opposite direction. Core is engaged, focusing on the task at hand to maintain your balance. Pause and switch sides. Shift your weight into the opposite leg. Bring the other leg up to hover or to slightly touch the floor. Continue to alternate your gaze over one shoulder to the other, moving at your own pace. Inhale and exhale. Continue for a few more here. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. Repeating once again, the lateral cross step. With feet hip width distance apart, take a step with your leading leg to the side and allow the opposite leg to cross behind it. Step, cross, step, and tap. Incorporate your arms in a way that feels natural to you. Lead with your right, cross with your left, and continue. Moving from one direction to the other. Move at your own pace. To increase the challenge, take wider steps. Find your rhythm. Inhale and exhale. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. In motion. Lateral taps to hip abductions. Feet are hip width distance apart. Tap one foot laterally and then the other 3 times before finding yourself in a single leg balance with 3 abductions. Tap, 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 lift, lift, lift. Continue here. Keep your gaze straight ahead. Move at your own pace. Have a chair or wall close by in the event that you need it to help stabilize yourself. This is a dynamic move that challenges your balance and coordination. Tap, 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 lift, lift, lift. Pause and prepare for your next exercise. In motion, single leg balance with neck rotation. Slowly shift your weight into your stabilizing leg and hover the opposite leg or gently allow the opposite foot to touch the ground lightly. Gently rotate your neck, looking over one shoulder, back through center, and then looking over the opposite shoulder. Move nice and gently. Inhale and exhale. This exercise challenges your balance, so stay focused on the task at hand. Switch sides. Pedal it out and bring the opposite leg up to hover. Arms are by your side to help with balance. Rotate your gaze to look over one shoulder, back through center, and then the other. Inhale and exhale. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. In motion, reactive control challenge. Find yourself in the tandem stance. When you hear the beep or see the icon appear on the screen, flex your knees and lower your hips and reach towards your legs. As you wait for the signal, stay in the tandem stance and rock your weight forward and backwards from heels to toes and from toes to heels. Rock forward and backwards. Switch sides here. Prepare for the next exercise. In strength, sumo squat with heel lift. Stand with your feet wider than hip width distance apart, toes pointing out at a 45-degree angle. Engage your core, keep your chest lifted, relax your shoulders, and lower into a squat. Ensure your knees are aligned with your toes throughout the movement. Aim to lower your hips low, as if sitting into a chair. As you lower, lift one heel up then the other, extend back to starting position. Ensure that your weight are evenly distributed throughout your feet as you press up to stand. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Hands can rest gently on your thighs. Lower as if to sit into a chair and push. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. In strength, forward lunge. Stand tall with your feet hip-width distance apart in a chair or wall close by. Keep your core engaged and chest lifted. Take a large step forward with your right foot, ensuring that this step is long enough to allow for a deep bend in the front knee. Bend both knees as you lower into a lunge. The front knee should form a 90-degree angle with your knee directly over your ankle. We want to avoid the knee going past your toes. Lower with control and allow for your back knee to lower towards the ground. Continue with the same leg here, lowering to a height that feels challenging to you. Inhale to lower, exhale to push. Arms are by your side. Switch legs here. Take a large step with your left leg this time. Lower with control into your lunge. Push off the floor to bring your foot back in through center. Push to center. Lower with control. Keep your knee in line with your toe, but do not allow it to slide forward. Lower your hips and push. Move at your own pace and take breaks if need be before joining. Just a few more here. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. In strength, lateral arm reach. Bring your feet together in a narrow stance. Bend your arms at 90 degrees and turn your palms so that they face the sky. Rotate your arms so that your hands are pointing towards the opposite walls. Extend one arm out long at a time and allow for your body to have a slight side reach. Keep your toes, knees, and hips facing forward, as well as your shoulders. Allow for a gentle side bend and engage your core muscles as you reach out long. Continue to alternate one arm at a time. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Just a few more here. Prepare for the next exercise. In strength, push-ups with lateral touch. Finding a wall, place your hands on the wall at about shoulder height and shoulder width. Take a few steps away from the wall. Engage your core, legs, and glute muscles, and lower. As you lower your body towards the wall, flexing your elbows, extend one arm out wide and bring it back to center before pushing with both hands against the wall to find your starting position. Lower both hands in contact with the wall, pause, extend, back through center, and push with both hands. Inhale to lower. Exhale to push. Keep a flat back. Engage your core. Allow that arm to reach to the side once you've made it to the bottom of your push-up. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. In strength, wall dead bug. Place your back against the wall and shuffle your feet forward and away from the wall. Lower your hips to a depth that provides you with your desired level of challenge. Engage your core, press strongly against the floor with your feet. And lift one knee off the ground and extend the opposite arm out long. Switch sides here and continue. Lift your knee and opposite arm forward. Core is engaged. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. In flexibility, quadricep stretch. Remaining standing, have a wall or chair close by. Grabbing onto your foot, allow for your knee to flex and find a quadricep stretch. This stretch also challenges your balance, so hold a wall or chair if need be. Feel that stretch in the front of your leg. Switch sides here. Grab a hold of that foot. Allow for that knee to point towards the ground. Maintain a strong core and posture. Inhale and exhale. Feel that stretch in the front of your leg. Pause. Switching exercise. Hamstring stretch. Extend one arm out long and onto your thigh. Extend your leg and reach your arms out long in front of you. Allow for your toes to point towards the ceiling and your hamstring stretch. Release and switch legs. Extend your leg out long in front of you. Toes pointed towards the ceiling and extend your arms out long as well. Reach. Feel that stretch in the back of your leg. Find that hamstring stretch. Pause and prepare for the next exercise. Lateral lunge stretch. Bring your feet wide. Shift your weight into one of your legs. Find a lateral stretch. As you find that side lunge, you should feel that stretch in the leg that is extended out long. Feel that in your inner thigh. Bring it up to center, extend your arms overhead. Lower your arms. Lateral lunge on the other side and hold. Lunge to a depth that feels comfortable to you and to a depth that allows you to find that inner thigh stretch. Release. Reach your hands overhead. And drop your arms. Prepare for the next exercise. Pectoral stretch. Find yourself in a staggered stance. Extend your arms out long behind you, interlacing your fingers. Release. Staggered stance with the opposite leg. Extend those arms out long behind you, interlacing your fingers. Step back to center. Release. And switch sides once again. And once more, extending those arms out long behind you. Release, pause, and prepare for your next exercise. Focused breathing. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, lower. Inhale and exhale. Allowing for your knees to bend as you lower those arms down. Once more, inhale to reach. Exhale to lower. Swing your arms out. Allow for light knee bounces. Congratulations, you have completed your training. See you next time.